The Auburn Tigers have their A-Day tomorrow, and contrary to what Hugh would like to have happen, they will be playing against each other. So what are some things that we need to watch for? Auburn fans, it is a new era. It is the Freeze era, if you will. There's a lot to be excited about. And the thing that will have everybody's attention, even though they're not just deciding on a starter tomorrow, will be what's going on in that quarterback room. And Hugh came on the show yesterday and told us, listen, got the book on these guys. The spring game is a big part of it, obviously. We got to take that into account, but it's only a piece of the pie. This thing's going well into fall, is what he told us right here on this very show. So you're not deciding on a starter tomorrow, but still, I want to know who is moving the offense. Notice what I did not say there. I did not say who throws the prettiest ball, who has the best highlight play, who moves the offense. And we actually also had another big-time coach come on this show recently, Urban Meyer. And we asked him, Coach, how would you evaluate your quarterbacks during spring practice? And he said the same thing. He said, I want to see drives that end in touchdowns. So can you make the simple play? That's great. You can throw the 45-yard deep ball, but can you throw the out route on time? Can you read that flat defender? And when he goes to the out route, can you then get off that and go to the slant? Like, are you able to get us into winning positions? Because at the end of the day, it's not about how you look in a combine setting. It's not about what you can do from a tool standpoint. Those are all important to a degree. Like, it's, again, a piece of the pie, but can you get us touchdowns? I'm very excited to watch that. You got Robbie Ashford, TJ Finley, Holden Garner. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch them spin it and see their progress in this offense. But who gets us points, man? That's what this is all about. So excited to watch that. Auburn fans, like I said, it's an exciting time on the Plains right now. Make sure you're locked in right here. Make sure you're subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel. We appreciate y'all in advance for that. Also, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at JDPikel. I want to hear y'all's thoughts about this spring game when it's all said and done. Okay, other question I got to ask for us here. Something I'm watching. Do we get some explosive plays in the pass game, especially on the outside? And the caveat to that is Rivaldo Fairweather, the transfer tight end, has been balling all spring long. Is he as good as advertised? Do we get to see him make some plays in this spring game? I feel good about him even if he doesn't pop tomorrow in the A-Day, but you would like to, right? I mean, Rivaldo Fairweather, it sounds like, is a freak show, has been a freak show behind closed doors during spring practice. I want to see him do it in a spring game. Like, that would just be fun for us, honestly, have something to write home about. But like I was saying, on the outside especially, do we have somebody who just puts something on tape for us to be excited about? Because that's sort of been the question mark over the last couple of years for Auburn, right? Is, do you have somebody that can win on the outside? Whether it's Camden Brown, whether it's Nick Martin, Javarius Johnson. Do we have somebody that can win one-on-one? Because this offense for Philip Montgomery and Hugh Freeze built on two things. It's an RPO scheme, so obviously the first thing is it's built on, can you run the football effectively? I think you feel pretty good about that based on your running back room. But the other piece of this is, can you win one-on-one? Because we're going to spread you out enough. We're going to play with enough tempo. We're going to create situations to where if you beat your man, we got 6 points. To even take it back a little bit, if you beat your man, we can get you the football, and then it's on you to go get 6 points. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here with the receiver room. There's a lot of guys that have potential and guys that on paper look good. I mean, Camden Brown, we've been talking about him since he got on campus at Auburn. 6'3". If you were to build a wide receiver, it would probably look a lot like Camden Brown with the physical tools, but does it get to click with him in this new offense? And do we get to see some of that during the A-Day tomorrow? So excited to watch that. Now, here's the other thing that you and I both know will be probably one of the determining factors to how good Auburn can be in 2023. Y'all, what's the progress like in the trenches? Because they went to the portal and got 12 transfers. Got a top 5 portal class now for us here at On3. That's not something we should just look past. But of the 12 transfers they got, 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. Translation, Coach Freeze is looking at this operation saying, y'all, we got to get better stopping the run. We got to be tougher up front. And again, another thing, if you haven't listened to the interview that he gave us yesterday on this show, would encourage you to go back and watch that after you get done with this video. But he told us, yeah, we may be in the market for a linebacker in this second portal window. So they want to continue to get tougher there. But how does it look during the spring game? I've said this a lot. You can't get absolutes during the spring, but you can get kind of a temperature that'll give you a good gauge for what it could look like during the fall. And last fall, you and I both know it wasn't great. In fact, it was very much so below what you would consider to be great. They gave up 5 yards a carry, good for 104th in the country. They gave up 182 rush yards a game, good for 101st in the country. They got to get better on that side of the football. They got to get better in that area on that side of the football defensively. Justin Rogers, the transfer from Kentucky, they're very excited about him. Hugh Freeze believes he will demand a double team. Keldrick Falk, a guy that you should be excited about, a big-time freshman edge defender, or rather defensive lineman, rather, who is he's going to be a problem for you, all right? Whether he's lining up inside, outside, like he's going to be a guy that can help you. Sounds like he'll be someone who lines up in the trenches for Auburn. They feel like they hit a home run with him. How improved does it look? So I want to ask, how improved does it look? You don't need to have the whole house built for me during the spring game, but do you have a good foundation to where you say, yep, that's just a better jumping off point than we had a season ago? Because the price of admission to win in the SEC is good play in the trenches, but even more so good depth in the trenches. How do the twos look? Are the ones able to go a few snaps and then have no drop-off behind them? Like, that's something that's just important to winning in the SEC. You know it, and I know it. And I promise you, Coach Freeze and Auburn, they know that full well. They know that, all right? So make sure you're locked in for the A-Day tomorrow. These are some things that you need to make sure you're watching. And make sure you come back here afterwards. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what we learned from this Auburn spring game when it's all said and done. So subscribe to this channel, The Hard Count. We talk ball here every single day. You're a junkie for this game, and we are the exact same way, so you found your home. Also, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, @JDPikel. Nick, break, lifting heavy. This is your show. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.